And joining us now to talk about this inaugural season is East Greenwich assistant coach and athletic director Chris Cobain and student athlete Ryan Avedisian. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. How are you?
Good.
Hi there. How you doing?
Congratulations on the state championship. That's awesome. Yeah, it was a good day for you on the basketball court.
Yeah, it was an awesome day for me.
Yeah, played well. Your teammates played well.
Yeah, everybody played well.
And you won in overtime. Was it tense? Were you nervous?
I was a little bit, yeah.
But you came away with the victory, and that's really all that counts, right?
Yeah, so it counts.
Chris, tell me a little bit about the experience, and did it work out the way you thought it was going to work out prior to the season?
Yeah, I think it worked out better than I ever expected. When we were approached as one of the 10 schools to get involved in it, we were all for it right from the beginning, but it was all new for everyone involved, and how would the partners and the athletes work together, and how do we set this up in the school to get the support that we needed. And at every turn, student body, faculty, and the league and their support, it went off tremendous.
Can you see this growing into other sports?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Are there plans on the drawing board for that?
There's been conversations a lot about volleyball, and I've also heard a little bit about soccer. Exactly where the league goes, I think, is up to Mr. Mezzanotte and where we would go with that in the support of Special Olympics. But basketball, as far as I'm concerned, being a basketball coach, it was an incredible experience.
Is there anything that happened in the course of the season that surprised you or inspired you?
I was fortunate. I'm just the assistant coach. Lee Walker, who's the head coach, and he's wheelchair bound. So we actually had a unified coaching staff as well. But young men like Ryan and Colby Grant and Michael Grant and Mike Padula, all of my athletes that were on the team, I had no idea that these boys were this good. And their skills in the game of basketball, I'm proud to say, other than the 2 playoff games, they scored every point. And we probably averaged about 34, 35 points a game. They scored every single basket we ever scored until the finals.
That's great. Ryan, what was the best part of the experience for you?
Well, it was like hanging out with my friends, being at the practices and playing at the games. Even winning the games was a really good experience for me as well.
Did you know everybody on the team prior to starting to play with them, or did you make a lot of new friends as a result of being on the team?
Well, at first I didn't know like some people that were on the team, but then as the year went along, I started to know a lot of people and to get along and everything.
So did you find that it was a good experience, something that you'd like to continue to do?
Well, yeah, it'd be something I'd like to, continue to do sometimes.
Now, what was your basketball experience prior to this team? What other teams did you play on?
Well, I was on a Special Olympics North Kingstown team that they usually do like in the winter.
Coach McKay.
Yeah, Mr. McKay was the coach of the team, and I did very well on that team.
And how would you compare the level of competition? Were the teams better in this league than in the Special Olympics, or how different was it?
I'd say the unified one that I was on was different than the Special Olympics one that I was on.
How so?
Well, it was better competition.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Now, how were the student athletes selected, Chris?
Student athletes, one, I went and obviously talked to my staff to find out what boys and girls might be a good fit for the program. And then from there, trying to find the partners. In East Greenwich, we have so many dedicated student athletes that they do so many things. Quite frankly, it took several lunches to find students that had a schedule to allow them to come and practice with the team and then make the games on Wednesdays. And the group of boys and girls that we did find, we found a hockey player, a wrestling football player, soccer player, and we put them all together with our athletes, and we just had a great chemistry right from the beginning. Got lucky.
I was going to say that the kids who competed on the basketball team were not eligible for this.
That is correct. No one that was on the basketball program, both boys and girls, were not allowed to play. So I had to go to other sports pools or just students in general, and I was able to do that.
What do you think about the school support? Did you have a lot of fans come out to watch you play?
Yeah, I had a lot of fans come out to watch me play.
And what was it like? Did the cheerleaders cheer your name? Did you hear people cheering for you in the crowd?
I couldn't really hear the people as much, but I'm sure they were cheering for me.
Yeah. What was the school support like? Did you find that it grew over the course of the year, or did it start out with a bang?
It did. I think it was very exciting for everybody at the beginning, and then as the busy spring seasons came in and student athletes started getting involved in all the different clubs and sports that they play on, it went down a little bit, but it was like every other week we were home and away to keep up with it. But every week we always saw someone new that heard about it and wanted to come see us play, and then it ended this Saturday with a really great day.
Can you talk about the relationship between the athletes and the partners?
You know, it was really interesting. I think my partners were nervous because they didn't really know what to do or what to expect. And I'm not speaking for the athletes, but I think the same thing. It was all new for us, and they did a tremendous job of just connecting with the kids, learning really quick what the rules are and what the expectations were of only having 2 partners out there. And then when they found that our athletes were tremendous basketball players, it made it really easy on our partners.
So are the rules pretty much the same?
The rules are the same for basketball, except there's only 2 partners and 3 athletes at all times on the court, and they don't want the balance to be any more than 50% as far as scoring goes. But in our case, we averaged 97, 98%. Was all our athletes scoring all of our points, and our partners were there just to support them. And I think it took a lot of pressure off them because it was at times awkward because you didn't know how to handle yourself. And I think they grew as young men and women too, just as we did as coaches.
What was the best part of the experience for you, Ryan?
Well, the best part of the experience was winning the games, and even winning the championship this weekend at Hendricken was awesome for me. Since it was my senior year, it was like a really good gift for me.
Now you're a state champion. How cool is that?
That is really awesome.
Well, congratulations to you and to all your teammates and to your coaches, and thank you very much for being with us tonight.
Great.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you very much, Coach. All right. We will have more Varsity Life coming your way right after this.